Hey guys, this is Tim from the Spotlight, and this is a review of Guardians of the Galaxy number 1, the new jumping on point after the Secret Wars event. The issue starts with the Nihilus and the Brood Queen meeting up together to discuss how they're going to split up the universe after the events of the Secret Wars. We then immediately cut to the Thing in outer space being attacked by the Chitauri. He's saved by the Guardians of the Galaxy, which now consist of himself, Groot, Rocket Raccoon, Drax, Flash Thompson as Agent Venom, and Kitty Pryde as the new Star-Lord, who is the new main team of this series. We also find out that the original Star-Lord, Peter Quill, has taken over his father Jason's place as the leader of Sparta after he evidently went insane. So, after the team argues for a while about what they're going to do with this device they stole from the Chitauri after defeating them, they decide to go to Sparta to have Peter Quill's scientists look over what the thing they got was. And there they're attacked by a new threat, ending the issue on a cliffhanger. So how does this new book fare? Well, it definitely has problems. While the art is bright and colorful and expressive, it has a trouble at times showing sequential events to the point that there were a few sequences where I wasn't entirely sure what was happening in the scene, which was usually taking place in the action scenes. The writing itself, unfortunately, also isn't all that great. It attempts to be funny, but there was never anything in the issue that I found all that funny. A lot of it was either very projected as to what was going to happen, random, or just came across as somewhat obnoxious and trying to be funny. There's potential in the writing, but unfortunately it's not all together yet. And on that note, the characterization is somewhat strange. Rocket, throughout the entirety of the issue, seems to be in constant rage mode, which is a part of his character, yes, but there's really no charm to it. He just seems like everything is upsetting him for no apparent reason. And then you have Flash Thompson, who seems like he's a newcomer to the team despite having been in the team for a while now. And of course, as is common for at least current Brian Michael Bendis, his Kitty Pryde bias shines through, where she comes across as perfect and in control and nothing else. Though, probably the biggest question mark I have in terms of characterization is the Thing, who is really excited to be an astronaut, which makes sense for his character, but at the same time, he seems like he is glad to finally be rid of the Fantastic Four, which seems out of place. Which leads into probably what the biggest problem with the issue is. It really doesn't explain a lot, and is not a very good jumping on point, which is kind of a bad thing considering that all these new number ones following the Secret Wars is supposed to be a jumping on point. It doesn't explain why Peter Quill is now controlling Sparta. It implies why he got the position, but not why he accepted it. And everyone's mad at him for something he did, but they never really say what that is. And at the same time, they also don't explain why Kitty and the Thing are now on the team when they weren't in the previous book. Kitty had interactions with the team because she had gotten engaged to Peter Quill, which she still is in this issue, but not why she took his place. And there's just a series of unanswered questions that really don't build intrigue and just sort of come across as confusing to new readers, which is the biggest fault of the issue. I give the book starting off a 6 out of 10. It's not the worst thing I've ever read, but like I said, it's just has a lot of problems going against it. Not explaining things, the weird characterization at the moment, the lack of humor that lands, but it has solid artwork, and it has a decent setup to the rest of the series. I just wish it had explained more. But until next time, this has been Tim from the Spotlight, signing off.